Hey, what's up, guys? So a couple of months ago, I went on kind of a rant about, The Undertaker and his podcast selling out to WWE and how things are never going to be the same again now. Listen, we love The Undertaker. We love WWE, all that sort of stuff. But when these podcasts go to WWE, they become corporatized. Well, a podcast just came out. I was ranting about, I actually feel angry for The Undertaker's co-host, Matt. And I don't even know that much about him. I still don't even remember his name a lot of times, but I love his co-host, Matt. Now, I didn't love him at the beginning, and a lot of people didn't. A lot of people would write, this guy's terrible, it's cringy, it's weird. And it was kind of weird. It felt like, this guy was like trying to help Undertaker do his podcast. It almost felt like Undertaker didn't want to do it. And what ended up happening is Matt got better on the show. Like, they started to grow on me. And a lot of people. So a lot of people that were at first saying like, oh, this isn't good, or this guy's, whatever. They were criticizing this guy, but now people really like him. And I don't know if he knows that, or The Undertaker, or they don't realize that this guy started out where it was like he was leeching off Undertaker and he didn't have a lot of talent maybe. And then as the months went on, you started to like the guy and realize he is really pretty good. And they found this groove, and then you just really like them. And now that they're broken up, essentially, you really feel like this. And I said, well, this is messed up. This guy was on the podcast with Undertaker. Now Undertaker's like, see you later. I'm working for WWE. And I said, brilliant move by the Undertaker. He sold his podcast for like $1 million or whatever, probably, to WWE, and then he took it over there and probably is making a ton of money. So that was maybe the goal. I don't know. But now we got the real story from the man himself, Matt, who did a podcast with Maven. We've got to get into this. I've been podcasting and making videos on YouTube since 2005. And, I could show you all my videos, right? I've been here since 2005. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been doing this since 2005. I've had the Joe Cronin Show here since 2012. And I've never seen such a flip like this. But Maven's been great on YouTube. Let's hear what he has to say.
Episode that we shot that day was me and Mark talking.
Yeah.
And which was going to be the first episode of that kind of group that would go out. Yeah. So we do that, we get done. I do what I always do. How's everything going? How's the wife, kids, all that stuff? How's the home? And he goes, I really want to talk to you about some stuff. I was like, okay. I thought that he was about to tell me, I'm done.
You thought he was going to quit altogether. It's just too much.
I thought he was just going to be like, hey man, LFG, everything else, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm too much on my plate. And he's like, hey, the podcast.
At the time, I had said that they probably weren't making a ton of money, right? So the Undertaker was probably like, well, why are we doing this? What do we make, $50,000 a month or whatever less? I don't know. It's
going to be taken over by WWE and all. That's what, we're going to move in that direction.
So this was news to you?
Yeah.
There it is right there. It's going to be taken over by WWE, and we're going to move in that direction. But what you don't understand is before this in the clip, he talks all about how he brought this idea up to Undertaker, to Mark Calloway. So this guy pushed the podcast on Undertaker, then kind of seemingly forced him to stick with it over the years and kept it going. And then the Undertaker gets a deal by WWE, and he doesn't bring the guy that pretty much really motivated the whole thing to happen. Is crazy to me.
You had no clue.
No clue at that point. No, I was like, so I'm assuming that this is the end of my run on this. And he goes, yeah, unfortunately. I was like,
but wait a minute, you're part owner, correct?
No, yes. I mean,
Fair enough.
Wow. So officially, he is not a part owner, really. Now, if he wanted to sue and try to legally say that he had a part of this, and you can't just go somewhere else, he could probably. But he's a friend of The Undertaker, so he's just taking it on the chin. This is so messed up. I'm sorry, I love The Undertaker, but to tell this guy, hey man, just wanted to let you know, WWE is going to buy the podcast, and we're taking it over there, and you're not going to be a part of it, man. I hope everything's good. Oh, damn. Well, yeah, man, I always knew this might happen. Oh, well, see you later. What? Undertaker didn't make him a producer or an owner or a partner or something? Didn't give him something? He basically created it. Without The Undertaker, it could never happen. But without this guy's And this is how you can also tell the guy isn't just a gold digger, right? He didn't just meet The Undertaker and go, I know it would really be cool. Start a podcast. That'll be me. I'll do that with him. Oh, my God. I mean, maybe there was a little bit of that, but wow. Like, how could The Undertaker not be like, no, you started this with me. We did this together. You're going to be a part of it. Nope. See you later. Michelle's the co-host. Just like LFG. Oh, see you later, Michelle McCool. Mickey James. Michelle's now the person. This looks bad. This looks, and I already said this. This interview doesn't change anything. This just validates it. I said this a month ago, or 2 months ago, 3 months ago. As soon as they started on WWE, I said, well, that's brilliant. You sold your podcast, made a ton more money because of WWE. I mean, it's an obvious thing to do for Undertaker. But I said, well, where's this guy? Where's the guy that started it with him? But I didn't even know this guy had this guy really started it with Undertaker. Without this guy, the podcast with Undertaker never happens. Therefore, WWE never offers to buy it. And then, oh man, this is like the McDonald's story. This is the McDonald's story. Except they got paid. I mean, maybe he's getting paid and he's not telling us.
Fair enough.
Because at the end of the day, he's still my friend.
Yeah.
And, we're saying
And nothing's going to change that.
absolutely not. Not on my end, anyway.
Not on my end, anyway. He's concerned that The Undertaker isn't really his friend anymore, or he's not sure. This guy's hurt. This guy is hurt, and he's holding it back because he really loves The Undertaker and loved their friendship and loved what they did and doesn't really want to lose a friend. This guy's actually really hurt. Like, this guy's devastated. What is I don't know what he does. Listen, I don't have any money anymore, right? I have no money. I have 3 kids, a wife. I have, like, no money. It's paycheck to paycheck, and I don't even have one, really. I'm screwed. I don't know if this guy has money, so he's kind of okay with it, and it's just his friendship that hurts. So maybe he's not mad about money. Maybe he's just mad about that this could happen to him, right? But maybe he doesn't have money, too. I don't know. I don't know what his career is like. But at the very least, his friend took their thing that they did together as friends and took it somewhere else without him. That's number one. Number two, I'm assuming he's not getting paid anymore the way he was. So he lost that too. But they're still friends. You see that look right there? You see how he's looking away? He's not looking at Maven. He's not looking at the camera. He's looking off to the distance. Bro, I'm sorry. This is fucking fucked up by The Undertaker. The Undertaker has, 30 million, 50 million, 20 million? The Undertaker has some kind of multi-million amount in his bank account somewhere. This guy doesn't, I don't think, unless he's rich and I don't know. But even if you forget money, forget the money idea of it, what he did with his supposed friend is gone. And I can read it on his face.
I mean, I hate the guy for what he did to you. No, I'm kidding.
Him dumping me as a friend is fine on his
He
end.
better never call me. No,
It's actually an upgrade for him, right? To get rid of me. He and I talked for a little bit more. I go outside with him. He's at his truck. He just looked at me and he goes, "We good?" I said, "Mark," I said, "we said something a long time ago. We were at a hotel here in Savannah, and
God bless Maven for doing this.
We shook hands and we said, if money ever comes in between us, we're going to shut the whole thing down.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the woods and we're going to go hunting.
And
that's it. And we'll forget about all of it." And I was like, dude, I said, there's nothing business-wise that on my end.
So if money ever comes between us, we'll shut this whole thing down. Well, The Undertaker didn't allow money to come between us. The Undertaker took the money from WWE without him knowing about it and then told him, hey, guess what? I moved everything to WWE. I hope we're good. Oh my God, bro. This is fucking crazy. This is one of the most insane, sickest stab in the back things I've ever seen. I'm not kidding. This guy is still talking about the deal. Like, hey man, I'll never let money come between us. Yeah. What? You won't get the opportunity. Dude, that's like if The Undertaker was like, hey man, just letting you know, I stole your wallet upstairs. I took it and I put all the money in my bank account. I hope we're good. Oh, listen, I won't let money come between us. We're good. What? bro, this is I don't even know this guy really. I barely know this guy. And when they first started with the podcast, I said they got to get a new co-host. I'm almost wondering if part of this is my fault. A lot of people said this about this guy. But then you ended up liking him, and he ended up getting better too. And then you ended up like, oh, I love this guy. He's a lovable, real person. At first, I thought he was like mooching off the guy. Then I realized, oh no, this guy is like legit his friend and is fun. I like this guy. And he turned babyface. He turned babyface, and this is the most babyface turn ever. The Undertaker's turned fucking heel, and his wife is getting called Yoko Ono and shit. And I'm sorry, I know that's terrible. I love Michelle McCool. I think Michelle is awesome. But I think their bond is so powerful and they're such friends, The Undertaker and Michelle, that he's putting his wife ahead of everybody else, which you should. But this looks bad. People are calling her stuff that I've never heard before because of this and because of the LFG thing. And this is the second thing now. And then the Hall of Fame people were weirded about that too. So this is strike 3 on Michelle McCool. And I'm sorry, that's terrible. That shouldn't be that way because Michelle has made her own accomplishments. It's not fair to her. But I love Michelle McCool and I love Undertaker and I love this guy, and this guy got screwed. Absolutely destroyed. This is fucking sickening. And the new show with The Undertaker with the WWE is not as good. It's not as good. It's not going to be as good. It's a corporate move. Fine, it's a corporate move, whatever. But this guy's not getting paid? This guy's not getting a part of it? He just loses his buddy and his whole show? Now, if this guy was smart, Matt, if you're listening to this, if you're out there, Matt, you need to start a new podcast with somebody. I don't care, other people. Maybe bring in random people. Maybe get a guy, start a podcast yourself. And I would call it Buried. I would call it Buried. Or like Tombstoned, or I would call it something where it's about you. It's literally should be, I'm going to tell you right now, Matt, listen, I got ideas up the ass. Matt, it should be you upside down with your head look like upside down, spun around, and you're like this, and you're holding a podcast microphone, and the show should be called Tombstoned, or Undertaken, or Overtaken, or whatever. Tombstoned, Buried Alive, Buried Forever, something like that. It should be about how you got fucking buried by The Undertaker. Because listen, the guy clearly doesn't really care about you like you think he does, so you might as well mock the whole situation and create a podcast like that. I'm sorry, bro. Unless I don't know about something and you got paid $5 million to, hey, man, here you go, here's your cut, and you didn't bring it up here in this podcast, this makes The Undertaker look like a shitbag. I'm sorry. I love The Undertaker. He's a legend, hero. I would suck The Undertaker's feet. All right, I wouldn't do that if he ever sees this. But I grew up as a kid. You don't understand how much The Undertaker means to me. But I feel bad for this guy. This is not cool. I'm telling you right now.
Would ever come between you and I was like, this is a podcast, man.
And it was probably weighing on him, knowing the relationship he has with you, that he had to break that news to you.
Mark kept the show going probably 6 to 8 months longer than he wanted to if I was a betting man.
Really?
Because of me.
Yeah.
So Undertaker was going to end the show, or would have rathered end the show, but didn't because of him. This guy kept the show going. And then the WWE made The Undertaker an offer for the show. And the show that Undertaker was only kind of half doing, mostly was interested in doing it because of this guy. And I said that a year ago. I said that years ago on my show, that The Undertaker is doing it, but he's not fully committed to it, you can tell. Probably because it doesn't make a lot of money. It doesn't make as much as you would think, but it does make something. But now he's all in on it because WWE gave millions. This guy kept that going, made that possible. And The Undertaker's payment to him is, hey, man, that's as far as you go on this, man. We're
said yes to a lot of things that he probably would have said no to other people. So yeah, I mean that was essentially how I found out.
What was your initial feeling when you got back in your car?
Oh man, I remember that feeling. You know, it was like I guess the only thing I could really compare it to was like a breakup or being fired, really. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, that's what it felt like, right?
Yeah, you were fired and then screwed out of money and then screwed out of a friendship and screwed out of your job.
But it was weird. It was a weird feeling. What I was upset about was I wasn't.
The weird feeling is it's wrong what he did to you. It's wrong what he did to you. That's the weird feeling.
Going to get to do what I loved doing anymore.
Yeah.
That's heartbreaking. This guy feels like a breakup and like he lost his job, and I don't get to do what I love doing anymore. This is heartbreaking. I'm angry for him. Maven, thank you so much for doing this, because I wanted to do this. I said this months ago that I was like, I would love to talk to that guy. Maven did it. Brilliant. It's one of the.
And I knew the day was going to happen.
Right.
I wasn't prepared for it that day.
Yeah.
That was the only thing. I look at other people's channels and I see them mimicking what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Which,
yeah,
you're the godfather of that, to be honest with you, when it comes.
Listen, I've been doing this since 2005. I've been watching a lot of people do this. I don't think either one of these guys is the godfather for it. Just going to tell you right now. I've been around a lot of people doing this for years, way before Undertaker and this guy, and way before Maven. But what I will say is, Maven is the one that made wrestlers go, damn. Like, previous wrestlers have got to, their bells must have gone off when Maven's channel took off. Because they probably went, oh my God, I could make more money doing a YouTube show about my time in WWE than I ever made in WWE. And there was a lot of people that scoffed at that before. But I mean, I go back to podcasts like Colt Cabana, Bruce Pritchard's podcast blew up at one point, Jim Cornette. Like, there's so many wrestlers' podcasts that blew up the radio podcasting scene. But Maven is the first video YouTube channel that a wrestler did that like blew up like that. I mean, besides the Young Bucks when they had their show on YouTube, Maven is a previous wrestler's, really blew up. He's had the most success. I mean, he's approaching 1 million subs. You know, that's wild. I mean, I've been doing this since 2012 on the Joe Cronin Show, and I'm at 75,000 subscribers. Like, but I mean, I was never on TV. I was never anywhere. I've only started this from scratch in my own show, but I'm minorly successful. But Maven has crushed it. He really has.
To wrestlers on YouTube.
And this guy should be happy that their show started out with a lot of cynicism and criticism, and then it got really good. And now it was sold to WWE, it was so good, and now he's not a part of it.
You're the person that I think there's anybody that's a wrestler that's coming out with a podcast or a YouTube channel right now is because of Maven Huffman. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, I disagree with the podcast part, like I said, because the podcast game started in like 2012. A lot of people really started then. So, but he's right that this thing Maven's doing anyway. Blah blah blah. We're blabbering on. Let's go back to a little bit more. Let's hear the rest of this.
Thank you, but even still, and I'll take my flowers on that.
Yeah.
However,
Maven is crushing it.
However, I did not have the remote career that.
Don't lose those stories. Yeah. Let the fan.
That's about it, really, that I wanted to get to as far as this video goes. But I just found that so disturbing and so messed up, because I was ranting about this for the last couple months or so, and then this came out and literally validified everything. It validated everything that we were talking about. This is a messed up situation, and I actually can't believe that it's true. I thought I must be missing something. The guy's probably going to come out and say, oh, no, I got a big paycheck and all this stuff, and we sold it to WWE. They wanted to take it in a different direction. I wasn't a part of that. Oh, well, that's what happened. That's not what he's saying here. It's basically like, hey, man, I'm taking it somewhere else. See you later. Like, wow. I'm Joe Cronin. This is the Joe Cronin Show. I hope if you're new, you subscribe. But I really hope you can leave a comment down below. Leave the like. I need 100 likes if you can. Please hit the button for me. Share this video everywhere that you guys can. But also, if you want to super thanks down below, I will pin the biggest super thanks I can. I will respond to everybody. If you want to support the show directly, paypal.me/Joe Cronin Show or Streamlabs. You can use that down below too, and you'll get on the leaderboard. And then patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. You'll get thousands of hours of bonus content on Patreon in podcasting, music, and everything that we do here. There's so much content that I've done over the years. I don't know if anybody's done as much content as we have. It's crazy. Thank you to Leonard, who's the top donator of the month. Moss Blaze in second place. Mr. Mammoth in third. Z Payne, Colonel Stutters, Kalel Bama, Interstellar Object Aliens, D. Welsh, Andraves, and Tony Khan, all on the top of the leaderboard. You guys can use the links to do that. And of course, if you guys want some love, just leave me comments down below. All right, I'm out of here. Here's some more videos popping up that you might have missed on my channel. What do you guys think about this situation between LFG, The Undertaker, and his wife? And are they just taking over everything? I don't know. See you guys later.